So far, videography has been really nice. It's at a lot different pace than all of my other classes. So I'm taking IB courses and an AP course, and videography is really the only class that I have where it's not about getting deadlines and trying to cram and work and get all my work done. Instead, it's more about just having fun with it and creating.
My videography experience so far has been pretty good, and I really enjoy the class a lot because I have space to be creative.
My videography experience has definitely been unique. I've had my ups and downs, mostly ups, but there have definitely been some downs. It's definitely been super fun to learn how to use new equipment and to be able to edit videos and to create new things.
Just gaining more experience with editing videos and learning how to do things quicker, I guess.
I'm looking forward to getting better as a filmmaker.
Working with the editing equipment is something that things like Photoshop and Final Cut Pro that we're using. I always like to be able to be proficient in one way or another at doing some kind of editing, and even if I don't use them ever again, it's always been fun to just see how far I can push myself in using those to get what I want done.
I really like the interviews that we do. I like that, and just editing the video. I think it's fun.
To me personally, I like watching movies, and it always interests me about how they could do everything and make it look so amazingly perfect. And so I was like, it would be cool if I could do something like that. So that's why I signed up for the class.
I've always really been a critic in a lot of ways. So there was that aspect, I don't like a lot of things that I see in movies. So I thought if I got a chance to make my own, I could do a lot of the stuff that I would like to see.
Inspired me? I really liked The Blind Side. And a movie that I enjoyed was White Chicks.
Okay, the film The Visit, because there's two kids and they're doing a whole film for themselves, a documentary like what we're doing now. And so it inspired me because I felt like if they can do it, I can do it too. Yeah, I enjoy any horror film.
I enjoyed the Lord of the Rings trilogy, that 9-hour long thing. I've been watching that since I was very young, so I enjoyed all of those. I don't like a lot of movies.
I noticed that in my documentary, there wasn't that much space between my question and the person's answer, so I would put more space between that just so that I could have more space to cut or crop out things.
Okay, so in my documentary, I filmed it outside, so the lighting was all over the place. And so I think that for future films, I would be more aware of where I'm filming and the lighting, so it won't be constantly changing throughout the film.
I think planning ahead is a really important thing. I thought that the amount of B-roll footage that I had would be enough, but then looking at the actual contents, it was stretching it with what I did. So planning ahead is probably the biggest thing that I'm going to do in my next project to a greater extent than I did with this one.
Trying to fit all my ideas into a certain time period.
I think the most difficult part so far has been coming up with a lot of the ideas, just getting started.
I had no tech skills before this class. I was super bad with a lot of things, but this class definitely helped me to be able to work my way with editing the software that we use, Final Cut Pro.
Filmmaking has always been an interest to me ever since I was a young child. I worked in the film business for many years and developed a program so that I could share that knowledge with students in New York and Colorado and now in North Carolina. My approach to teaching videography is run it like a filmmaking class, just the way that it was run in film school when I was at NYU, or also in Boulder when I took classes there. I think it's really important to bring a production style lab to the students in my classroom. It gives a lot of flexibility for individual attention. It also gives a lot of opportunity for innovation depending on what their interests and what's going on in the society or the culture at that particular time. Every student can excel in this program, and the way they can excel is coming at it from their own point of view, from their own perspective. And as soon as I can determine what that is, what their strengths and weaknesses are, the sooner that I can really help them in their individual projects.
Problem. For some reason, one of the characters is able to corrupt memories. Oh, that's out of the blue and really random and isn't explained at all.